Right, good evening one and all. There's my two boys. Do you want to go up the garden, guys? Right, let me grab the key, guys. I'll put the selfie stick there. It's early still, so don't panic. Here you go, guys. Let's go, 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 go! Right, I'll shut the door. They'll have to knock if they want to come in. It's quite cold out there still. It's been a better day today. I don't know what it was like where you were, but it turned quite mild. I was in Cambridge today, and it was really nice. Wouldn't say it wasn't cold, but it was a lot nicer than it has been. Right, I'm going to do the wash up. Time-wise, it's 8:30 now. So I thought I'm still going to change my routines around a little bit. And so I thought I'd do a wash up for you now. It gives me a bit more time in the evening, gives me a little bit more sleep time, because I do need a little bit more sleep at the moment. Right, what a disaster at work it was today. Nothing to do with work itself, but to getting in and out of Cambridge. I got in all right this morning, breezed it, lovely, straight in. Traffic was okay, it was heavy, but it was moving, that was lovely. I didn't queue up until I got to the Quay roundabout, and I queued from there into Cambridge. That's fairly normal. When I came out, I finished work at 4:30, and I got onto the Newmarket Road, and it was chocker, absolutely chocker. I thought, oh no. And that was from when I initially got on it, and I know I've got that all the way to the A14. I'm thinking, I'm going to be sat here for ages. So I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a shortcut. Big mistake. I spun around and went back into Cambridge, and I went round the other side of the airfield thinking I could come out by I forgot the name, it'll come to me in a second. I was going to go round the airfield and come round the other side of the Newmarket Road and join up with the traffic there. I thought I'd cut a big section of traffic out. It didn't work. They'd actually shut one of the roads, so I couldn't get through. So that was an absolute disaster. Cherry Hinton, that's where I was heading for. If I head back into the town from the Newmarket Road, and then I can shoot across around the other side of the airfield that brings you out at Cherry Hinton, and then you can join up with the old Newmarket Road again, but it didn't work. They'd shut the road, so I couldn't get through, so I ended up on the circular road in Cambridge, going all the way around to Addenbrooke's Hospital to get out of Cambridge that way. It took me hours, guys. Come on in, guys. I've got one. So, yeah, that was a bit of a disaster. I didn't get home till 6:15, and I'm usually home about 5:30, 5:45. So, terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I won't be doing that again. I could have sat in the traffic, and you don't know what the hold-up, that's the problem. You've got no idea how far the hold-up goes. The last time I got held up, I ended up going down the A14 the wrong way because the police wouldn't let you onto the A14. Yeah, not good. Right. Oh. Right, got Snoopy here with me. They're not going to bed yet. It's too early to go to bed. But I just thought I'd get this done. Get it done and cleared out of the way, and that gives me the chance of having a bit of an earlier night tonight. So work-wise, it was nice and busy. The morning went really quick. This afternoon, not as quick. I think I was watching the clock. You know what it's like once you start looking at the clock, it starts to drag. You keep looking and think, oh, it's only 5 minutes. I looked last time, and it was like that this afternoon. But this morning, it absolutely flew past. No, he's not there yet, guys. I keep thinking I hear him. Right, let's get this washing done. Somebody said last night, why do you wear rubber gloves? Well, it's the detergent. I suffer with dermatitis, and I find things like detergents and oils they bring my hands up in a rash. So if I'm working with a lot of oil at work, I'll use disposable rubber gloves. Say if I'm doing an oil and filter change, I'll put some throwaway rubber gloves on. I'll do the oil and filter bit, get that done, and then I'll throw the gloves away. I can't keep the gloves on because the gloves muck my hands up as well. They bring me up in like watery blisters between my fingers, and when they burst you get scabs between your fingers and they get really sore. So I use cream. I put cream on anyway, but yeah, I try not to wash my hands too often, hence why I Come on in you come. Good boy. That's Sooty's just come in. So, yes, somebody said, why do you wear gloves? Well, that's why, because of the dermatitis. You get very dry skin if you keep washing your hands. You have to constantly keep putting cream on. So I try not to do that. I try not to wash them too often. I keep wearing gloves. I've got what they call mechanics gloves at work, which are like a normal material glove, but they've got like a rubberized palm. So they're more resistant to things like oil, and they're comfortable and they don't make your hands sweat. And so that's what I wear most of the time. If I do an oil and filter change or something where there's oils involved, I put the disposable rubber gloves on. I'll do that oily bit and then throw those gloves away and put my mechanics gloves back on. And that way I haven't got to constantly be in and out of the washroom washing my hands, which then does more damage because it washes all the natural oils off your hands. So that's why I wear gloves. So that was a good question somebody put to me. So I thought I'd better clear that one up. I haven't always worn gloves. It's disposable gloves. Okay, they've been around for years, but I've been around longer than the disposable gloves have. So yeah. So when I first started in the trade, there was no such thing as rubber gloves then. Not disposable gloves or rubber gloves of any sort. They came in later on. So it was in the early years I suffered with the skin problems, and I had all sorts of creams trying to deal with it. I went backwards and forwards seeing the doctor to try and sort it out. And I found a happy medium using creams and not washing my hands too often to try and get over it. And it did work to a point, but since I've had my mechanics gloves and the disposable rubber gloves, I'm on top of it. Yeah, not too bad at all now, guys. Right, first cup's done, get that out of the way. So I'm going to do the wash up early. I still haven't had my shower yet. I'm going to do that next. I came home from work, I got home from work late, so food went straight into the air fryer. Fed the dogs, had my dinner, went upstairs and got changed because I was still in my work gear. And that's literally it. You know, I've just come down, had my cup of tea in my Mars bar, and I thought, right, I better do this, then I can get upstairs and have a shower because it's going to be late otherwise. And that will relax me. Hopefully, I didn't have a very good night's sleep last night. I just couldn't get settled last night. Something I tend to do when I go to bed is I put a pillow between my legs, holds my leg up, keeps my hips more in line because I've got arthritis in both my hips, and I get very uncomfortable laying in bed, and I need to support my legs. And I couldn't get comfortable last night, and I woke up this morning, I just ached. So, old age for you. Oh, the joys of getting old. Never mind. There's always something, guys. There's always something else going to happen. Yeah. I used to like that Billy Connolly. I love that comedian, Billy Connolly. And obviously he's been suffering with ill health, and he was going downhill. And I love the way he was making it. I know it's not funny, but he was making a joke of it, you know, things that were going wrong. Well, look, this is something new. I haven't had this happen before. And that's very true. You know, these things sneak up on you, think, oh, I haven't had this before. And a lot of the things I'm suffering with, my dad has had years ago, and I'm sort of coming through. So it's almost like it's a hereditary thing. You know, my dad's got this issue where when he swallows, his throat locks up. And I can remember as a child, my dad sat at the dinner table starting to eat and having to stop because his throat had locked up and he couldn't swallow what he'd got in his mouth. And we as children didn't know what was going on. We didn't give it any thought. But now, later on as adults, myself and my elder sister both have the same thing. My younger sister doesn't. It's just me and my elder sister. Exactly the same thing as my dad. And we had this arose during our Christmas dinner at my elder sister. My dad's throat locked up then when we were sat all together, and me and my sister both clocked it straight away. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there, it will eventually subside. But sometimes it takes ages to go down, and it's like whatever you've got in your mouth or your throat, you can't swallow. It's in there, but you can't swallow it. It's jammed in your throat. And then once your muscles in your throat kind of relax, it goes down. It can be a drink or it can be food. If it's a drink, it's more noticeable because you can suddenly feel it running down your throat. Whereas food, it just feels like it's gradually releasing and the food goes down. But if it's a drink, you can feel it all of a sudden. You think, oh, thank goodness for that, it's gone. and that's what my dad was suffering with at Christmas, and myself and my elder sister both had exactly the same thing. I think I've definitely been to hospital to be looked at for it, and my dad has. I should presume my elder sister has. I've never actually asked her. And that's when I had to do this barium mix, where they got you to drink, looked like a cup of milk. You had to stand in front of this this screen, and they took a X-ray as you swallowed this milk. You had to take a mouthful of this milk, and you held it in your mouth, and they'd go 3, 2, 1, swallow, and you swallowed it. And as you swallowed it, they took an X-ray of this fluid going down, and they were checking to see if there was any restrictions in your throat. And it is hilarious. Not for what they were doing, it's the after effect that people don't realise what happens afterwards. I do, because I've been there, and I can have a little chuckle about it now. But yeah, whatever it is you drink, it looks like milk, but it isn't milk. They gave me a cup. It was a polystyrene cup they passed me with this what looked like milk in it, and when they passed it to me, it was really heavy. It's like it must have been like a lead weight in the bottom of this. It felt extremely heavy. More so, and especially seeing it was in a polystyrene cup, you'd expect it to be quite light. No, really heavy. And then when I swallowed this, you could feel it in your stomach. It really laid heavy in your stomach. And I ended up drinking 2 cups full of this milk. And by the time I walked out of the hospital, I could feel it in my stomach. It was really heavy. You could feel it waddling about in your stomach. It was that heavy. And it wasn't until I got home later on and I needed to go to the little room, that's when the surprise happens. And that's why I chuckle about it. Because when you have to go to the toilet, you do number 2s, you sit on the toilet and there's this huge splash. It's like a tidal wave, slaps you around the buttocks. And when you look, there's this milky white poo or turd laying in the bottom of the toilet, and it won't flush away. It sits there. I kept flushing the toilet, I couldn't get it to go. So I went and got a bucket of water and I sloshed it down. I had to slosh it down the toilet with a bucket of water. It's the only way I could get it to go. But so whenever I speak to people who've had this same test done, I start grinning and chuckling because I know what they've got in store. And I don't let on till the next day and they tell me all about it. So yeah, it's lovely. So yeah, one of the things I've inherited from my dad. Bless his cotton socks. And he's still with us, and he's still suffering with things. And I've got things to look forward to. So yeah, hopefully I won't get all of them, but yeah. Oh dear. Happy days, guys. So anyway, what we were talking about, work was good. It was busy this morning, busy this afternoon, but I started clock watching this afternoon, so it made it drag a little bit, but not too bad. Drive home was awful because of the traffic in Cambridge. I don't know what the hold up was. I'm sure I'll find out tomorrow when I go to work because they'll all be talking about it. But yeah, it wasn't good. Right. Did I do this? I can't remember if I did this. Did I do this? I'll do it again just in case I didn't. I can't remember doing this one. So I've got corned beef sandwiches tomorrow. They're all made, ready in the tuck box, ready to go. I had corned beef today, so when we get to, because tomorrow's Terrible Tuesday, guys, you mustn't forget that, Terrible Tuesday. So I've got some corned beef for tomorrow. I'll have cheese on Tuesday, and I think I've got the ham for the other days. I've got some sliced ham for the Thursday, Friday. Or should I say Friday Eve, and yay, Friday. Had a message from Peter today in the care home. He said he's feeling better today. He said he doesn't feel so full of cold today, so hopefully come the weekend I should be able to go and visit Peter again. So yeah, apparently everybody in the care home's caught this cold. It's gone round everybody, so hopefully they're all going to get over it and I'll be able to go and see him again. I haven't seen anybody else. I messaged my eldest sister the other night but the conversation got sidelined, and so I need to get my sister up here so I can go over the directions to take me into London. But we've still got plenty of time. It's still early days yet, but I'd like to nip it in the bud, get all this planning done now. Right, let's get these plates done. What else can I tell you guys? Boys are good. They were really good because they were stuck obviously in the house until I got home from work and I was late. So that wasn't so good, but they were really good. They are diamonds. They've been spoiled rotten, and they had a slice of corned beef. I did have one slice left, so they shared that between them. They've been spoiled rotten. They've been on the sofa with me since I got back, so that's been really lovely. And like I said, I'm going to have my shower after I've done this. In that way I can get a bit of an earlier night. It might relax me a bit as well. We'll have to see. I'm sporting another one of my vest dresses here. This is one you've seen before. This is a pink one. It's just a shoulder strap one. I'll put my long grey cardigan on top. I'll give you a long shot once I've finished doing the washing so you can see what I've got on. I have got some more dresses coming. I have ordered some more dresses. So we'll see if what they're like, and once they turn up I'll show you. There's one I'm waiting for in particular, but that was only posted today. The person I ordered it on the Friday. I think it's Thursday or Friday. I bought it, but the lady couldn't print the packaging, the postal slip that you have to print. Her printer wouldn't work, so she said she'd have to do it today at work. So she's done it. I've had confirmation that it's on its way. So that's a lovely one. I'm itching to get that one to show you guys what that one looks like. Looks really lovely. There's another sale coming up as well, I think, in Cambridge. I think it's one of these vintage sales again, like the one we went to do in Norwich, the 1 kilo sales. I think there's one coming to Cambridge. I think it's the 9th. I could be wrong. I'll check up on the dates and let you guys know, but I think it's in Cambridge, and I think it's somewhere around, was it the 9th? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But there's another sale coming to Cambridge, and I'll let you guys know when it is. And it's what they call a 1 kilo sale, and you pay £20 per kilo for the clothes. So you can go up and down all these racks, picking out all the dresses and skirts and jeans and coats and everything like that you like. You put them in the bag and they weigh it, and you pay by the weight. So 1 kilo is £20. So if you buy 2 kilos worth, it's £40 and so on. Really good, really good. I've got some beautiful clothes up in Norwich, which you guys haven't seen yet. You will get to see them. I've got them all on my display stand, and I'm going to do one of my shows for you to show you exactly what I've got. I love my skirts. I adore my midi skirts, and I've got some leather midi skirts, but they're lovely. So they're going to be something you're going to see later, and I've got some dresses as well, guys, so there's lots for you to see. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a bonanza. I've ordered some wellies as well, because I borrowed some wellies the other day, but they were split. And my younger sister said to me she got some wellies off Vinted. So I had a look at the wellies, and there's some beautiful wellies on there, and some really expensive, good quality ones as well. So I've got myself a pair of wellies coming, and I'll show you those when they turn up as well. I have got some wellies. I've got some old Dunlop wellies I've had since the year 1900 and frozen over, guys. They are so old, but they were so uncomfortable. I very rarely wore them because they were just really uncomfortable to walk in. If I put them on, I usually had to put 2 or 3 pairs of socks on, and they were still uncomfortable. They were all right in the garden or mucking about in the garden, but not to go out dog walking, which is what I want. I want something that I can go out across some flooded meadows, like when I went to Sudbury last year with my sisters, and the meadows were flooded. My feet got soaked because I'd only got my little ankle boots. I hadn't got any wellies, and my feet got absolutely soaked. So I'm going to have my girly wellies, and you'll see those when I get them. Right, nearly done. I'm nearly ready for my shower, guys. Right, that's it. So I've just got a couple of plastic containers to do. One was from yesterday and one's from today. I had late apple pies yesterday, so I didn't do those. That's what those dishes are as well. So we're all clear now. So some of those are from yesterday. Beautiful. And they talk of the weather turning milder, and it was lovely today. And they don't forecast a frost tonight. It looks like it's fairly close, but just misses it. So I haven't covered my car tonight, so fingers crossed they're right. And I won't have to scrape my car in the morning. And I've also booked my car in for an MOT. I've done that over at Cambridge because obviously I'm working at Cambridge. It makes sense. I've got it booked in there and I can take it to work with me. That's towards the end of the month. And get that MOT, so that'll be out of the way. I've still got to do the work. I'm going to do that this coming weekend. So I've got my hair cut with Megan in the morning. Then I want to crack on and see if I can get my MOT work done. And then that will just be a case of getting the MOT done on the day, and that'll be lovely. So it'll be serviced, a year's MOT, ready for another year. Right, nearly done. Snoop's had a little wander around. Can you hear his claws on the floor? He's like a little Hoover. Right, that's it. Right, that lot can dry. I'm going to put some of the cups in there so they can drain. Like that. Trying to find a spot for everything to drain, guys. That's good, that will do. That will work a treat, I think. Right, tip this way. I forgot the dog's bowls. I'll do those, I'll soak those. I'll leave them soaking and I'll do them later. I forgot. I do that every time, I always forget something. There we go. Right, I think that's it. I've lost my sponge. There it is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Right guys, that's it, we're all done. So I'm going to load this video for you guys. While this is loading, I'm going to go and have my shower. The one I loaded last night took ages to actually load. I think it must have taken half an hour to actually go on. So yeah, it makes some of these. Time now is just come up to 9 o'clock. It'll probably be on by about 9:30. I'll have to see when I come down how long it's been on. But yes, we're done. Right, so if I just show you what I've got on, other than the rubber gloves, which are coming off now. You've seen this, you've seen all this before. Tip it down just a little bit. There you go. Myself slippers. Right, so I've got, it's a vest dress, look, so it's got just strappy sleeves, and this is the long card. The card is actually longer than the dress, so I can wrap this around, keep myself lovely warm. So that's what I'm wearing tonight. So I had my shower and then I'll pop this back on. No, I'll actually pop my nightie back on. No point putting this back on after I've had my shower. It was going to be 9:30 by the time I had that. I'll be going to bed around 10 o'clock anyway, so yay. Might get an early night. I say it every time, don't I? It never works. Right, I'm going to sign out now. Love you all to death, and I shall give you a shout before I go to bed, okay? Right, bye-bye.